Hi guys, I'm Tom from the Bunker, and this is Building Firefight. This video is sponsored by the EmpireGameStore.co.uk. For exclusive bunker discounts, follow the link in the description below. Inside the core box, we've got a Getting Started booklet, and one of the things when I noticed, I was looking through it, it's what you'd expect really, guys. It's like how to play your first games, which is great, but here there are two example lists which say, hey, if you want two relatively balanced lists out of this box set, you can build an Enforcer Strike Force for 785 points or a Marauder Strike Force 775 points. Almost 800 points of models per side in this box. That's no messing about. Also, assembly instructions, which is something that we've been wanting Mantic to do for a long time, so absolutely brilliant. Assembly instructions are there, how to build your models, and then like sort of quick reference and so on and so forth, and then a scenario which eventually you'll see Rob thrashing me at some point in the future. Before we get down to the nitty gritty, let's cover off some basics. You are going to need glue, modelling files, tweezers for small components as an optional extra, clippers, modelling knives. Always be careful when using all of these tools, guys, and let's have some fun and build up a strike force. So let's start with the enforcers.
The first thing I did, guys, I made a little grid A through E, and I'm going to mule the components into each section. So here you see I'm sort of starting with the enforcer captain, who looks absolutely badass, and he's pointing a rifle one-handed, but that's another story. And I'm muling his components into E. This was really useful through the entire build process, and it just enables you to keep all those bits together. Nothing gets mixed up, and you can do units at a time in one giant sort of production line. I actually found the building process quite relaxing when I did this, and in the past I've made the mistake of clipping loads of bits off frames and just going, oh my god, I can't stick it together. But yeah, so there I am. I'm using a bit of a bit more sort of araldite style glue to stick him to the base. I don't use super glue when attaching to MDF because I find it absorbs. There you go, here he is. Here he can have his pointing gun, you know he's the boss. While you're watching me building Enforcer Peacekeepers, I just wanted to say a massive shout out to all of the Bunker Patreons. You guys make a massive difference to us, and we really truly love building the community with you. So once again, thank you. As we look back, I was getting so into this, I started to go a little bit strange.
Dominator rifle. Badass. And there we go. One strike force already. So, yeah, wow. I mean, that's 4 units of troops, a commander, another unit of blokes, and then the jet bike squad. It goes without saying, doesn't it? It goes without saying the value is just incredible. I love this. That makes me happy. That's just like, I am here to keep the peace. Yes, I've been making noises while I make them. He looks awesome as well. There's actually an extra bloke as well. So I managed to make an extra bloke. So I've actually got more than the 775 points, I believe it was. So you've got, these are the standard enforcers. So you've got burst lasers and, you know, put down suppression and stuff like that, which is cool. Pinning, yeah, commanders. So 4 squads. I've got the assault ones with the little flamethrower thing. More dudes there. But yeah, and the jet bikes, which are really cool models. Yeah, just cool. I think, realistically, if you added like one of the flyers and a strider, you've got a 1,000-point army, I think. Or a couple of striders, to be fair. Or, I'm thinking maybe a couple of flyers. So these boys, I'm going to paint these black, I think, like the special forces. And maybe have like a deployable ship. I don't know. I think the normal guys are going to be red armour. Maybe the commander will be white armour. Don't know. Red, white and black. But anyway, so all that's going to be left for these now, I'll put some textured paint and a few stones on the bases. Let that thoroughly dry, ready for the painting video, which will be following on next week. And it's on to the Marauders.
The Ripper suits are hard PVC, so we're going to use super glue, guys. And as I was sticking through them, I just thought, yeah, they're really cool. The Rainmaker suits in particular are
guns. Lots of guns.
And yeah, we just gradually build them up and following the plans on the thing. So a bit of filing off the lines on them. The PVC is a bit more difficult to use, guys, but it is still a solid material. The other commandos, however, they went together absolutely lovely. They were so simple to put together. The bits just fit well. Everything was laid out correctly on the instructions. They were a sheer joy to build and paint, and I thoroughly enjoyed doing it. I actually fell into a bit of a zen-like moment with it. But without further ado, let's have a look at the finished Marauder Army.
And here we go. What a force. So again, I've got 4 units of troops out of this box set. Well, 6 units technically, because I've got the Ripper suits as well. Extra blokes and a commander. You can't go wrong with the value here. You just can't. These models are absolute joy to put together. And they look badass. They look like Arnie if he was an orc. Just, yeah, he's coming to kill you. He's not a comical monster. He's coming to rip your face off. I love everything about them. And I think Marauders are going to be my force. I just love them. So you've got a commander with his 2 hard as nails mates. He's got a claw and a hat on there. Again, all loads of different variety of options on the sprues. So that's like your commander. 2 units of Marauders. So these are Marauder commandos, and they have their machine guns. I've done the leaders so that they have like a combat weapon, just to differentiate them, because you need to differentiate the leader model. They've got an HMG. I mean, there you go. He's not messing about, is he? They've got an HMG and their machine guns, but there was enough models left over to make 2 of the missile launchers as well. So I've made 2 missile launchers so I can switch them up in games and see what I prefer, and it gives me some tactical flexibility. I've then got 2 units, a large unit of 10 and a unit of 5 brawlers. So these are brawlers, commando brawlers basically. So they're like your combat ones. So we've got Flamer, and then we've got things like the claws and the pistols, and they're down and dirty up close. I'm thinking when I progress to larger games, I'm going to have 2 units of 6 of these boys in mules, but we'll see. And then on to just the craziest models I think I've ever stuck together. The Rainmaker suits. Now, I've not fully assembled them. I've left it at a stage where actually, you know what, I actually quite like these like this. So these are the up-close Rainmaker suits, which are the Ripper suits. So these are Ripper Rainmaker suits. Sorry, Ripper Mauler suits. There you go. Ripper Mauler suits. They're like the beamers on the side and the weapons. So they're like units of 2. And you can boost them up. So you could also say, if I fancy taking a Ripper Mauler HQ in the future, I could buy that miniature and add those to him to make a little command unit. And then that's just insane. Ripper Rainmakers, pair of them. So almost 800 points. Thoroughly enjoyed sticking this entire box together. I've done it in spits and spats during the week, as you can probably tell from the video, on my lunch breaks, during the time when the kids are in bed, and so on and so forth. And you know what? I've thoroughly enjoyed building the whole thing. Obviously, what's next now is to do some painting. So you're going to see that in a week's time. And then hopefully, we will get a battle report in before official release. So stay tuned for that. Do subscribe for more. FireFight is here and it's making a big impact, guys. Thanks to Mantic Games. Thanks to the Empire Games Store. Thanks to our patrons. Thanks to all of you guys out there. Like, subscribe, stay safe, stay well, and happy hobbying.